Oh, hello. My name is Kim Works. I'm the daughter of Martha Works, who's been a member here since approximately 2004. I'm a relatively new member, approximately a year. And I just want to share an experience with you. Very bad, but a blessed experience with me at the same time. It happened to me while I was on the high blood pressure medicine, lisinopril. Lisinopril. While I was vacation, I'm recently retired from the federal government. And while I was on vacation in Detroit, Michigan, visiting some friends and just wanting to see Hitsville, USA, and all the new tourist spots that they have there. After visiting Hitsville and coming back to my god brother's house and with two of one of my girlfriends and her husband, we were eating breakfast, and shortly after, I just felt funny, like something was happening in my head, and I couldn't figure out, but it felt like something was swelling, I guess. I didn't know, but it wasn't natural. So I asked, let me out, let me out. I need to get up for a minute. So I ran into the bathroom. I looked at my face. I couldn't really see anything different, but I think my breathing or something was becoming a little labored. So I said, hey, I think I'm having an allergic reaction to something. And they said, do you know what it was? I said, no, I don't know. I don't know, but something's happening right now. And someone gave me a Benadryl, which of course they didn't have. They said, do we need to take somewhere? I'm like, yes, at this point, yes, yes, yes. So we pulled up, located the nearest emergency room, could not find the entrance to the emergency room. And by this time, I guess I wasn't panicking because I couldn't breathe. I mean, it was becoming more and more labored. And a nurse in another part of the building, in another part of the department, saw us. And when she saw me, she just started. She said she was running, like, just follow me in your car. So we got to the entrance. They got me into the emergency room. And when they got me into the emergency room, things started happening fast. My best friend Lisa had my purse, and they were trying to ask me like, what are you taking? But I tried to give them some of the drug, everything that I could, but I just kept saying purse, purse. And after that, that's all I really remember. They couldn't intubate me because my tongue had swollen so big that it blocked my air passageway, and I'm assuming part of my throat may have been swollen as well. But they mainly talked about my tongue blocking my airway completely. So I had to be rushed up to the OR, and emergency trach had to be inserted in order to allow me to breathe. Of course, I don't know any of this until whenever I woke up. I don't even know if it was the next day or when it was, but I was when I became conscious, and well, I couldn't talk because of the trach. They said the drug lisinopril that you're taking, which is an AC inhibitor, caused this reaction, and it's in African Americans. I can't say that it's always the reaction to this medicine, and that every one of us has it, but they were very concerned that it was even prescribed. Why they even continue to prescribe it to African Americans, because we seem to be the race that has the most negative reaction to this type of medication. So of course, well, let me give you some background. I had been caught. I was put on two different, almost at the same time, almost simultaneously. I was put on two different medications, blood pressure to control my blood pressure. I've been on linapene for a long time, and it was fine, no reaction. So I was coughing, a dry cough, like a lot. I called my primary, and I said, I don't, something's making me cough. At that time, I wasn't sure that which medication it was, but I never been a cougher, so it was unusual for me to just start coughing, and it was a dry cough. I went to like a patient's first, and they checked my lungs. They said, well, maybe you could just have some type of bacterial infection. So I was prescribed medicine for that. The cough persists. About I was put on lisinopril in May. I found out later that it was May. So I've been taking it since May, and I guess I had been coughing since around that time or shortly after, but no swelling until about maybe a month before I went on vacation, or not even a month, maybe a couple of weeks, I had swelling like right like between my eyes. So I thought I just like had just eaten a mango, and I never eat fresh mangoes. So I said, well, maybe I had a reaction to that. And after putting ice on there, it went down. So that didn't, it didn't really raise a flag. The coughing still persisted, but that never happened again. So again, while I was on vacation, this is when I had this reaction. After listening to like not just the doctors in Detroit in that hospital, which happened to be like a heart hospital, and they specialize like of course in the heart and all related issues, blood pressure, and which was a blessing in itself. Well, let me tie in the blessing part before I continue with the lisinopril. Had I been, this escalated, the swelling and everything escalated so quickly that had I been either by myself, had we been on a highway traveling back to Niles, Michigan, which is where I'm originally from, had I been just a few minutes either way, this is the part that gets me a little teared up because and why I know it was purely by the grace of God. Had I been somewhere else, not around these people at this right time, a few more minutes, I could have been gone. So that's why when I was listening to the people coming, medical professionals come in the room and talk about um, even the maintenance, they would come in there and they'd say, hey, yeah, I knew somebody on the lisinopril. Find out everybody knew somebody on the lisinopril, African American, that had negative reactions, stomach pains, of course the cough, and they immediately they had to get off of it. And they were on the last day. I was there for 5 days, from July 6th, well, 5 days, and released on the sixth day. Had I not, I was listening to all these stories, and the people who were in the emergency room, which were instrumental in saving my life, putting in the trach and their fast actions, they wanted to see me. I mean, I said, we heard you were getting out, Miss Works, today, and we just wanted just to see you. And, it's just so good to see you. You don't even look like the person that came in, and, we're just so thankful that you're still here and you're able to leave and you look good. And so, of course, I'm teared up again behind that. While I was laying in the hospital for 3 days, I couldn't talk because of the trach, so I had to write stuff down. And I said, when I get out of here, I'm going to shout from the rafters, from rooftops, from everywhere. I'm going to tell everybody I can, every African American, that if you're on lisinopril, to please ask your medical, whoever your physician is, to possibly put you on something else, and unless you actually have to be on lisinopril. But if you have other options, I urge you to please consider those. I'm not saying that what happened to me will happen to you, because I really don't know what the percentage is, but I know that we all have most of us, or a lot of us, have some type of negative reaction to lisinopril, AC inhibitors, which I found out later, and almost all medication that ends in pril. So, just please check with your medical professionals if you're on this medication. And again, I think I still have a little PTSD, and I feel even closer to God because, just by His grace that I'm here, and I think it was my purpose to be here, to talk about this, and to let you know about my experience, because I'm only here by the grace of God, and I think my purpose was to share this experience with you. Excuse me, but I'm just so thankful, and I just get a little teared up. I don't know what to say after this, but I'm a new member here. But if you see me in the congregation and you like to talk to me, about my experience, I'd be glad to share it with you. Or, but the medical professionals, I know we have some here at the church that are members. If they may be able to speak more about the medical side of it, and why or what type of reactions, not just what I had, but other reactions to the medication that might be helpful to you. So I'll leave that area alone for the medical professionals. So just if you see me, I'm willing to talk about it. I'd be glad to help in any way. But if I could just save one person, two people, I've already had two cousins that were on it that completely quit. They were having some symptoms. So again, my name is Kim Works. You'll see me on Sundays and hopefully some other times. But thank you for letting me speak with you. To you. Thank you.